Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I am playing Tiwanaku, the solo mode for it specifically. This is a logical deduction game that I kind of compare to Sudoku in that you are using these logic rules to try to figure out which numbers belong where on this board. And it's got competitive play, solo, and co-op. I'll do a review of this one once I get to play co-op a few times, but so far I've only played competitive and solo, and I'll be showing you the solo mode today. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month. We've got like 30 videos you can't see anywhere else so far up there. You can also check out our separate streaming channel for even more content, listen to our weekly podcast, or join the conversation on our Discord. So I'll try to explain how to play as quickly as I can because there are some like logical things you have to understand here. So basically, you can only see part of the board at the start. This little setup here was controlled by the back of a disc like this one. This is not the exact one that tells you which terrains start where and what values are placed on those terrain and also what your pool of terrain tiles are. And this also has a front side, I'll just flash real quick, that actually controls where everything is, which goes into this super cool disc thing here. What you do is you you actually like screw in the like disc that I showed you in here, and then like to check something, you dial in the correct mix of a column, which is this red rotating part here, and a row, which is like these little animal symbols down here. And here, I'll show you one that we already know, so I'm not revealing anything. So here we've got mountain lizard. So if I make the mountain touch up here, and if I get the lizard right here, this little window, so these both open, and it's a really nice like cardboard thing. This one opens to show you what terrain tile it's supposed to be out of the four colors. You've got like sort of the gray mountain, the green grass, the white or yellowish kind of desert, and then like the mud sort of brownish one. So this says, oh, it's like the three dots with the yellow. That means that it's the sandy one. And then, oh, it's a 5, which is the size and the type of crop that is grown there. 5 is like quinoa, and there's other crops from this part of the world. So this is like basically how you can do the deduction without having like another player controlling it or without having an app. And it's really cool. Definitely like when I played with my son, just like the act of opening up the windows just blows his mind and makes him have such a good time. But so what you're actually doing is you have these little meeples that you're placing around on the board, and they basically like come in from the outside, and they can like jump over already discovered crops and like try to get to empty spaces. And whenever you move to a space, you're going to reveal what type of terrain is there, but not the number of the crop that is on there, and you'll place it. And placing those terrain tiles moves up your colored tokens in each of these columns for the matching terrain type, and that's going to earn you victory points, and you get more whenever you move up a token and it matches other tokens of your color. Like right now, if I'd gotten all of these up to the level 1 spot and then I discovered a mountain spot, I would get 1, 2, 3, 4 victory points. Whereas if from here I now discovered a grass, I would get a single victory point. It's however many of your tokens in that color are already on the row that you move to. So that's one thing you do on your turn. And again, you can like bounce over your own people or bounce over existing crops and like kind of change directions. So like from here, if this guy was here, I could go there or there or there or there or there or just like anywhere on the periphery. But you can never move past enemy meeples. And in the solo mode, you've got 5 in different colors, and they start out based on, again, the disc will show you where the meeples go. Another core thing about solo is that whenever you move on to a new tile and discover it, here we'll use this one as an example, you actually flip it over and it has an arrow and a color. So like let's say that we had moved to there. So after you finish your move, that tells you which enemy meeple, in this case yellow, will move and what direction they'll move. And they basically go with them wrapping around kind of in going up and down different columns if they don't find a spot until they get to an empty spot. And they discover not only the terrain type there and get points for that, but they also immediately discover which of the crop types goes there and get points for that. So you exploring is going to have the AI automatically discover stuff, which is good because it gives you more information to make your own logical deductions. But it also means they're getting a lot of points, and whoever has the most points at the end wins. You'd have to beat the AI score. Now, those are kind of the main things except for the deduction, because this is the most complicated part. So here, let me grab some extra tiles to demonstrate this. So here's how this works. Okay, and sorry if this part is going to be a little bit more complicated, but you need to understand it to sort of follow along with me for the deductions. So terrain types can be in a group of that terrain, the same type, like mountains here, that is contiguous, so all like orthogonally connected to each other, of up to 5 spaces. So like this is the biggest that a group of mountain tiles could be together. But, it might also be like just 4, it might only be 3, it might only be 2, it might only be 1. But 5 is the largest group possible. And the first rule is you cannot have a new group of the same color orthogonally or diagonally adjacent to another group of that color. So, like if this was where these mountains were, I could not have a new group of mountains over here because at least one of the tiles is diagonally or orthogonally adjacent to the existing group. So they'd have to be like more separated and, I don't know, be up here or something. Now, another core rule about these groups is that the number of tiles determines which number of crops are there, and it's in an ascending order. What I mean by that is, let's say that I had a single green tile over here with no other green tiles around it. It's a 1. That has to be a 1 because the only numbers that are included in one of these like groups of tiles are the ascending numbers of the number of tiles there. Gosh, that doesn't sound like a good way to explain it. So to make it a little bit clearer, let's say it was a group of 2 green tiles. It would contain 1, 1 somewhere and 1, 2 somewhere. They might be in different orientations, but I'm going to have a 1 and a 2 because there's 2 tiles there. Let's say if instead it was a group of 3 green tiles, you guessed it, now there's a 3 in the mix. So with these like initial placements you can see here, we already know a lot. Like look, there's a 5 right here with a brown tile underneath it. So I know that there are 4 other brown tiles connected to this contiguously in some way, because to have a 5 here, it must be a group of the max 5 brown tiles. So like the sizes you see are going to give you a lot of hints as to like where there are big placements of these tiles hidden. And the last rule of placement, and hopefully I reset these, I think I did, is that numbers, just like you can't have like a group of gray tiles orthogonally or diagonally adjacent to another group of gray tiles or whatever, you cannot have a farm tile with a given number orthogonally or diagonally adjacent to another tile with that number. So like this 5 is here, there could not be a 5 here or here or here or here or here or here. Regardless of like what color though that 5 is on, they need to have like that separation. So you know what, now that I'm looking at this game, it's also kind of like Minesweeper and Sudoku a little bit. So those are the rules that kind of govern how you deduce these things. And how you actually make those deductions is once you have people on like undiscovered tiles that don't have numbers, as your turn, instead of moving, you can just guess what the things are. In the competitive game, you don't have to guess everything. You could like have 3 people all over the board, but only guess 1 tile. But in the solo game, you have to guess everything you're on. So if I had like one person here and that person there and that person there, I would now have to guess all 3 of these tiles in whatever order I want. If you guess correctly, and let's say it was a 5, you get the number of victory points that you guessed. If you guess incorrectly, you lose that many. So you really don't want to guess incorrectly if you can help yourself. Now, additionally, this is pretty much the last thing. Whenever you guess a farm correctly, you get a matching little offering token here. And you can only have 1 of these at a time for each value. So if I guess like 5 more 3s, which are the reds, it won't matter at all. It won't give me any more of these tokens. I'll still get the victory points for the 3s, but I won't get another one of these tokens. And you can trade these in at the end of one of your turns. And the more you trade in, the more victory points you get. So if you trade in 1, it's worth nothing. If you trade in 2, it's worth 1. 3 is worth 3. 4 is worth 6. And if you get a full set of 5, it's worth 10. And that's super important because you'll see the solo AI starts with 24 points. In this case, it's based on what spots they start on. And I only start with 10. So they have a sizable lead, but they never get these offering bonuses. They only get the points for the tiles that they uncover terrain tile type wise and for the farms they discover. So like getting those offering bonuses I've found in solo is like the way to catch them potentially. So yikes, sorry for all the detail. That's one of the more in-depth rules discussions I've had. Let's get to the game and see what I can discover. All right, so I'll try to do this kind of quickly and not like deduce my life away. So I think there's a 5 gray over here. By the way, gray is the most common type. You know like how many tiles are available on the board for each one. So I've got a 5 over here and a 4 here, which means I guess theoretically it could be like 1, 2, 3, 4. No, never mind. They are far enough apart that I know that these are absolutely 2 distinct groups of grays. Which means I could like go here-ish or here-ish and have a very good chance of discovering a gray. But honestly, because grays are easy to find and other tile types are harder, I kind of want to go for maybe a different tile type. Yellows are the least common right now, and there's a 5 here. So I'm thinking maybe like I come around here, good chance I'll find a yellow there, right? So let's make my first move. I don't know. Let's go like right here. So that is bird, fire. And we're just revealing the terrain type, which is indeed a yellow, like I thought it probably would be. And since I know that you cannot have different groups of the same color within even diagonal range of each other, I know that this is part of that same 5 size plot, which will have a 1, 2, 3, and 4 included in it somewhere. And victory point wise, that's a yellow discovery. I only have 1 token in yellow, so I get a single victory point. But now I'll try to find a brown and a green and maybe a gray and try to get like the max bonus for that. Now, I should have said the AI does not react at all when you actually like deduce what something is, but again, they do react. So here, the white meeple is going north, which means they're going to discover whatever is right here. And that's Star Snake, which is a green 2. So green 2, so they're going to get 2 victory points for that, and also whatever their green moves them to, which was a good one. They're already like far ahead of their other ones, so they're not going to get any bonus points. So they get a single point for that, plus 2 for the crop they got. There we go. Oh, and interesting. I wasn't really paying attention, but that's a green 2 and that's a green 2. So these are definitely separate areas. Now, the fact that there's a 4 brown, a 4 gray, and a separate 5 gray over here make me think that that might only be a 1 and a 2. Like, there's really not much space for a big green block to be fitting in here. All right, so I could guess what this is my turn, which is kind of like a free turn because the only time you activate the AI is when you reveal or move to a space. But I could instead like jump over this person to go over here. But again, I'd love to get something that is not yellow. So I know there's a big group of browns over here. This has to be a brown. There's no way it can't be because there's a 4 here. Now this could be a gray or a brown. That could be a gray or a brown. I'm kind of curious what this one is. A gray or a brown will both be pretty good for me. So what's that? Cloud turtle. Just the terrain. It is a mountain. Okay. So there we go. And we're going up here, and I've got 2 there, so this time I get 2 victory points, and now if I can find a brown or a green, that'd be great. And I gotta move the AI, but just kind of to deduce for a second, so 4, need to have a brown here, need to have a brown here, and then the last one, well, unless that's a group of 5, it's gonna be there or there. So I already know a lot of like where some things are going. Okay, so this is my own color, green. And when you get your own color, this is the main difficulty modifier for the game. If you're playing on easy, you do nothing. You got a free, you got a free like move and you can go again. If you're playing on hard mode though, then you get to pick which meeple moves in the given direction, which, you know, can also kind of help you because it might help you figure out where more things are. So let's see. This is a yellow, so I don't know if there's more yellows around. I'd kind of like somebody near where I am to help me deduce more. So I also know that if like this person went here, these little lines show where they go if they run out of space. So if the white went down and reaches the end, they would go along this line and go back up that way. So like they kind of control extra movement. If I sent white down that way, I know they'd get a brown. Could be a 1, 2, or 3. Could even be a 5. That's a bigger group than I think. But knowing the value would certainly narrow down what values could be here for the gray, so that might be worth doing. Although I already know that there's going to be a brown there. I also know there's going to be a brown there, so I kind of maybe want to save that for myself. How about let's have this meeple go down to here. That's a llama rainbow, people. What do we got? Green 3. So 3 victory points plus green for them, which is going to be just a single victory point because that one's way above. All right, so we know there's at least 1 more in that green group. All right, my turn again. Again, I could make deductions, but I kind of like to narrow my options down. Let's go ahead and get a brown that I'm sure will be a brown to get me more discovery victory points and go here to the moon turtle space. And again, I don't even have to look it up if I know for sure what it is. So that's going to be brown, and then purple is going to go up. But to show you victory points briefly, got 3, 2, 3 in one spot. Okay, then purple is doing the wind llama. And we've got 2 mountain. Good. I was pretty sure it was going to be a mountain, but the fact that they got the 2 instead of a higher value, happy about that. All right, and that's mountain, which is by itself. So they get 3 total there. 1 for the terrain discovery, 1 for the crop. Now, I do have what I think is a good deduction. So there's a 2 right here, which means there can't be a 2 in any of these spots. We know that that at least needs to be a brown spot. So that, I think, guarantees that brown has to go here or here. Oh, no, and there's a 2 there. So brown has to go here, and I guess they could keep going there. So if there's a group of 5, I guess that or that could be a 2. But that seems pretty likely to be the brown 2 right there. Not sure if that really helps me yet, but it does narrow things down. Let's see, I would love to discover a green for the maximum points, although that might limit like what deductions I can make. I know there's a 2 over there, but I think it might be it. This could be a bigger group here. Let's try here and see what happens. So what is that? Bird rainbow. And is it green? It is green. Awesome. Well, I should say potentially awesome, because who knows if I'll actually be able to deduce what is there. But here's the part I like. Boop. Maximum 4 points for discovery. And then who's activating? Purple again. They like to send purple up here into Lizard Wind, which is 1 mountain. Yeah, give them the low values. So it's going right here, and they're getting just 2 victory points. All right, so the 3 and the 4 is still up for grabs, but they can be in a lot of places, so that's not necessarily helping me much yet. Now, I only have a single meeple left, which means I either have to guess or put my meeple down, and then after that, I have to move them off of spaces instead of guessing what's there, which is usually like a huge waste of actions. So where do I want to put my last person? I feel like I've got a decent amount of information here. I mean, not necessarily enough to like actually figure out what's going on, but at least some. Here, I feel much less confident, although I'm not sure as much I can do to help myself with that. Well, let's see. Yellow is still kind of rare, and I know there's a 5 here. Maybe I'll jump my own person and go to right there, and at least then give myself like kind of 2 shots. Or do I want to... What if I go like that? Let's try that. Whether I get green or yellow, those are both like rarer terrain types. I'm kind of okay with that. So that's Sun Lizard. And again, to explain that move, you can hop over your own people, and you can hop over discovered farms, but you can't hop over enemy people. So I was like bloop, 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 basically. All right, and it is a green. Okay, so we're running out of those pretty quickly. White's going to go to the right. And I'm kind of starting work on a new row here, so I only get a single point for that. Now, white, right, let's see. Okay, there it is. So I'm going all the way over here. I'm guessing it's going to be a mountain. We'll see. And actually, that'll be good, because it'll, if it's a mountain, it'll narrow down what my options are here. All right, sun turtle. Oh, a 1 hill. Oh, okay. Interesting. So that's part of this big group. Whoops. So only a 1 point. I love that. And yeah, they're still not getting any bonuses. That's a single spot. And then a 1. Okay. All right, so again, now I need to either abandon places, which I don't want to do, or I need to guess for all 5 of my people and just take my lumps when I'm wrong. So gosh, let's look at my green people over here first. So there are only 4 green tiles left. I know at least one of them is part of this group. At least one of them is part of this group. So there are 2 left after that, which could be like some random singletons. It could bring this group up to 5 tiles and have 1 extra. So I really don't know if these could just be a 1 or a 4, or if one of them could be a 5, because they're not next to any 5, so it is possible. I also have very little information to go off of for this yellow, besides that it's a 1 through 4. Great. So maybe let's start down here where we have more info. Okay, so like I already said, this 2 brown is like probably over here. And now there's a brown here. I know there cannot possibly be a brown here, which doesn't change the fact that it could be like bloop bloop or bloop bloop or something like that. But let's say for a second, I'll just kind of put this down, that I'm pretty sure that's a brown 2. I mean, there's got to be at least 2 more grays here, since there's a 4 here. So that couldn't be gray. So let's say the gray is kind of snaking its way up here. So we can make like a guess that that's a gray 2, because it couldn't be here because of that 1. Even if it's snaked its way up here, it couldn't be there. Oh, no, wait a second. There's a 3 right here, and there's a 4, which I think means this pretty much has to be a 5 gray. So I think there has to be like a 3 there, so it can't be next to there. And then the 5 can't be there, so I'm pretty sure that's a 5 gray, and then that would be a 1 gray. These are all my guesses. Could be wrong, but I think my logic is kind of sound here. Oh, wait a second. I forgot about this. Oh, wait. That must be the 3. That must be the 3. Okay, so you know what? Let's just go ahead and guess this one while my brain is fresh, because you can guess in whatever order you want. So I'm going to say that Cloud Turtle is a 3, and to see if I at least have that. Oh, is that, wait, come back. Back to the turtle. Yes, it's a 3. Awesome. Yeah, I thought my logic was pretty good there. So I get 3 victory points, and I get the red offering token that, again, no point in exchanging it yet. There we go. All right, so that's 1 correct, which seems to validate my other guesses. Now, 3 here knocks out that and that as possibilities for 3, which makes me think that probably this is snaking up that way to there, which I guess... I mean, yeah, follow me for a second. Does this have to be a 5 group? Because the 3 couldn't be anywhere there. And if it went up there, it's already 4 size. But we know that a 2 can't be here. So yeah, I think that like This has to be a 1 or a 5. Huh. Now, in this situation, it's probably kind of obvious. If I can't deduce any more which one it could be, I'm going to guess the 5, because if I'm right, I get 5 points. And if I'm wrong, I lose 1 victory point. The amount you lose is what the correct number was. Whereas if I guess a 1, I only get 1 victory point if I'm right, and I lose 5 if I'm wrong. Maybe there's more to do. There's really not that many 1s over here. Yeah, I'm just going to say that's a 5 and see what happens. I feel like there's maybe 50-50, but there might be things I'm not considering. Darn it, it is a 1. So I lose 1 victory point, but my turn keeps going. I don't get anything else, but I do still put down the correct thing there. All right, so that was a 1, so that's probably a 5 then. So yeah, let's go and assume that it's like that. Okay. So I'm still trying to hopefully work my way up to here. So if this is all maybe right, which it could be, then that guy can't be a 1, which means that's probably a 1, unless it's a 5. I still don't know how big that group is, which means this one's probably a 4. I mean, it can't be a 1 if that's correct. I guess that could be a 5, especially if this stretches that way and then gets next to 5s. This could be a 4 or 5, and that could be a 1 or a 5 or a 4. This isn't very helpful, is it? Well, at least if I guess this one, I'm going to find out what it is. So again, 4 more greens. I know 2 of them are going there. How confident am I that there is even a 5 in this area? I don't know. I mean, could it even fit? So we've placed where we think everything is for the brown. We place where we think everything is for the gray. So how many spaces are left? The green needs 1 minimum, say there. And then this gray needs 5 spaces. So there is there would be this still available. There'd be this still available. So a 5's not out of the question here. And again, I don't know if this green stretches up, which would take away the chance of that being. We're gonna say that's a 5 and just be dumb about it and see what happens. Do I have it right? Yeah, lizard. Okay, come on, just oh no, it's very unlikely. It was the 4. So I lose 4 victory points. That's bad. That's very, very bad. Yeah, I got a little greedy trying to spread out to every terrain type. Okay. So then this is either a 1 or a 5, which all depends on whether this is even a 5 space in the first place, which I don't know. Gosh, darn it. How about this yellow? So I know it's in a group of 5. It can't be a 5 or a 4, so it's a 3, 2, or 1. And that's kind of what I got. Okay. I do see there's a 2 over here. So it being a 2, and there's a 2 over there, and there's a 2 down there. I mean, yeah, the only place that could even potentially fit a 2 is there or there. So 2 seems more likely than 3 or 1. Although there's a 1 over here and there's a 1 over here, so 1 is similarly kind of hard to space out, and then 3 is kind of. All right, well, let's do the dumb thing again and say this is a 5. It's probably gonna be a 1, but losing out on 1 point and the token is not the end of the world. Oop, yes, okay, we got lucky there. Or maybe not lucky. Again, maybe smarter people than me could figure this out better. So I get 5 points and my second offering token. I'll show you the overall score when this is all done, by the way. Okay, so that's a 5, which means I know there's a 1 sneaking around in here. Can't be down there. It could be creeping that way. There's certainly some space for 1s over there. Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling like this is probably a 2, but I'm going to say a 3 because I don't want it to be a 3 though, because I already have a 3 token. I'm going to say it's a 2. I'm feeling 2 for that one. Yeah, when you play games like this and say, I'm feeling 2 instead of actually knowing, it was the 3. God, 2 minus points. I hate it. All right, so where did I end up? They're at 38. I'm at 22, and I have 2 offering tokens. I could trade them both in right now for a single victory point. Ha, we're not doing that. But yeah, that was not excellent. That was not excellent. All right, but remember, the AI doesn't react to anything. I guess I'll leave these guesses for now. I still think all of them could be true. But let's try to move somebody. So I'd really love to get to a 4. Is there anywhere that I guess there's nothing wrong with getting another 5, even though I wouldn't get an offering token for it, since I'm pretty sure that's a 5. But yeah, are there any 4s I'm pretty sure about? We already have the 4 for this one and the 4 for this one. We don't know where 4 is for that, but again, that could be just wherever the heck it wants to be. So it's not going to be too easy to figure that out. Oh, by the way, I did figure out, so there's definitely 1 more green here, since that's a 5, and 1 green here and 1 green here. So there's a single extra green that could be on one of these, bringing them to a 3 size total, or just hanging out by itself randomly somewhere. So we'll see what turns up. Well, yeah, part of me thinks, even though I'm missing out on the offerings, that I just like jump on both of the 5s that I know are there. Now, blue here could easily get down to the 5. This 5 is far away from everybody, so I think for my first move, I'm going to go over here. I'll double check, but it should be a mountain. And yeah, it is. All right, so that's going to get me this, and I'll take the thing away because I have not actually guessed it yet. Purple's going right. Why do they love purple so much? But before we resolve purple's move, that is 2 points for me. And then if I get the brown 5 next, that's going to be 3 points. Okay, and purple's going right. Is this going to be part of the green, part of the yellow, or part of the gray? I really don't know. All right, and it's yellow 4. Darn, that's a lot of victory points for them. That's the 4 I was looking for. It was right near me. Okay, so there we go. And that's going to get them. 4 for the crop, and then yellow. Okay, so they do have 2 there, so they get a little bit more this time. Now, I don't think I can get over here, but that does mean it narrows down the options for a 4 gray to kind of like in this general area to go with this group. But yeah, I don't have any easy way to jump all the way over there. So let's get the 5 I was planning to get. So I'll move this person in there. And again, that's got to be a brown, not even worth checking. And blue is going to move to the right there in a second. But first, boop, and that gets me 3. Nice. Okay, and then lots of things this could be. Let's see what it is. Oh, nice. A 1 and a yellow. Oh, all right. That's just like something filling up some space over there. So right here, 1 yellow. Okay. So it looks like my guesses for brown were straight on. I should probably get somebody into that 2 soon. Now, I can't trade in offerings like in the middle of guessing, so I am going to like basically waste the bonus I could get from these 5 guesses, which actually means I should probably just make them now. It doesn't really affect anything if I wait. But I'm 90% sure I didn't give the AI anything for that move they just did. So boop, 2, and then it was a 1, right? Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and do some guesses. I'll go and say that's a 5 and that's a 5. Double check real quick. And yep, that's a yes for the first one. And yeah, for the second one. Okay, cool. So again, no offerings for those since I already have a 5 in my hand. But locking down 10 victory points that the AI can't get is never a bad thing because there aren't necessarily that many 5s on the board. So here's where things stand now, 37 to 47. They're only 10 ahead. All right, now we got to figure out where I want to move. So offering-wise, I'd love to find a 4 again, if that's possible. But at this point, I'm 100% sure that's a 2 brown. I'm 100% sure that's a 3 brown, which means that has to be a green. And now with this here, does this green have to go to the right? It needs to be a 1, which can't be there. Could be there. So this could be the last green spot, or that could be the last green spot. But I'm just thinking it seems more likely to me that this is limited. Like maybe that's a green 1. And if that was the case, let's say that like, I don't know, maybe like that's the other green 1. And then like this is all the mountains. If it was, where would things be? So that'd be a 3. That couldn't be a 3, and that couldn't be a 3. So like that, then that is a 3. And then that couldn't be a 2. But all the rest could be 2s. I mean, I really don't know very much if it's just like a big locked down spot like that. Maybe I turn my eyes down here. I know there's got to be a 4 gray somewhere in here. And it's locked out of this whole area because of this 4. So it could be there, or like there. Oh, but right, I can't get over there. What am I talking about? My people have no way to move there easily. Well, let's get who can move. I guess this person's kind of furthest away, so he'll pop over all these people to here and see what's there. Right, so that's mountain snake. It's a brown. Okay, so that's a continuation of this group then. All right, and then yellow. Hey, it's gonna hop right over me and discover what that is. But first, let's get my brown points. Which is going off by itself. Okay, so I want to maybe try to find a gray or a yellow would be great. I thought I might get a yellow there. All right, yellow, what did you find with the mountain llama? Yellow 1. Okay, cool. That I don't mind you getting too much. It does get them 2 extra points, though. So they're at 50. Oh, which really limits where this could be. There's a 3 there, there's a 3 there, right, to finish out the yellow because that's part of the same group, and 1, 4, 5, 2 is already accounted for. And then similarly over here. Okay, so that's the 2 brown. My guesses can get a little distracting. Like there's nothing in the rules that says to do it this way. This is kind of how my brain works. So that's the gray, which means the brown could like go that way, or could go up that way. Can't be a 2 here or a 2 here, or a 2 up there. So that's like 90% certainty that that's a 2, right? Might as well just guess it now. I don't have that offering token yet, so it won't hurt me to do so. But let's verify. Yep. All right, cool. So that's a new offering token. That's my 3rd one. I could trade them in for 3 victory points now. but I don't want to. And I'm within 10 points of them again. Okay. So now I could jump over here. Although, ooh, we haven't found the 4 for this group yet either, have we? And it can't be up there. It needs to be a 3 and a 4 left for this. And yeah, that needs to be a brown. So it's either there or there. If it goes that way, the 4 could be there. But if it goes that way, that has to be the 3 and that has to be the 4. Also, if it goes that way and that's a 3, that would mean the yellow 3 to finish this group up couldn't be there. It would have to be there. So then what goes here? Is that where the last green goes? Is there something else random over here? Like, is that like a 3 green or something? I kind of just want to say forget it and like go for this being a 4 and just let the farms fall where they may. By the way, P.S. This guy's trapped. Like, he can't go much of anywhere. Okay. Oh, this guy can't. I'm like 99% sure I cheated and had people jumping over farms that didn't exist yet. Mike, come on, man. All right, well, sorry for that. I'm sure you already saw the note apologizing earlier. I don't know how to reset it, but I should not, I think, have been able to go over here. Man, yeah, that's where my whole little guessing thing can get confusing if I'm not keeping track of stuff. Well, let's try to undo the damage. Let's do something innocuous. It's not going to help me too much, like go over to here and get the gray one that I'm pretty sure is there. Yes, indeed, it is a gray, and that is brown moving down to there it'll be. All right, but I'm getting gray, which is 2 victory points. Man, if I win now, I'm going to know that I cheated. Okay. So llama leaf, 3 mountain. All right, so the 4 is still up for grabs. Ooh, I don't like this one. They just got 1, 2, 3 bonus plus the farm. They're at 56. All right, so the 4 is there or there, which is about where I was before. I already knew that. Okay. All right, well, let's go ahead and guess the 1 that I know is there, right? And yep, I checked. It's a 1, so that's 1 victory point. Well, the big thing is I get another offering. So if I can get the last one, it's a full 10. I could trade them in right now for 6. So if I'm not pretty sure I can find a 4, I want to do that. I'll take these away because those are pretty obvious things at this point, I think. I feel like I should be able to figure out what's here. Okay, so we know we've got that. And then brown is, I can't go there because that's got to be the 2 gray. So brown's going either here or here. So what we got? We got 3 and 4. So if they go here, it could be a 3. There's only a 4 there. If they go here, it could be a 4, because there's only a 3 right now. But wait, no, because one of these is a 4, which means that can't be a 4, and it can't be a 3, which means brown can't go that way. So brown, and that then has to be a 4? No, sorry, that can't be a 4, so that's the 3 brown, which makes this the 4 brown. Well, I got this guy here by cheating, but I'm going to use him again. Let's go over here. Okay, and I verified that it's brown, so we'll get the 4 part of it in a second. White's going down. Oh, man. White's going to get the brown 3 that I just found out about. Oh, well, there goes that information. So it was a brown for me, a single victory point. It's going to be a brown for them. Also a single victory point. And then, yeah, I just quickly verified. Well, let's go ahead and say I guessed as well. So they got the 3. I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4. Because these were as expected. Hey, 3 and 4. But big thing, I get this. I'm going to trade them in. That is a full set, people. 10 points. Okay. Feels pretty good after losing all those points earlier. Which, gets me within striking distance. Let's go. Okay. So, I mean, we're really running out of things here. So brown only has 2 left. I know that it's the 2 and the 3. So brown is done. There's literally no brown left except for the 2 and the 3 that I'm aware of. All right, so I can go to those if I want to, but let's see if there's anything else I can figure out. Gray's got a ton left because we still have to fill in that. Now, actually, let's see, though. They've got 1 there. They've got 4 more there and 1 there. Oh, so gray is done as well, except for the groups that I'm aware of. So yeah, we're really running out here. Yellow has a single 1 left here. And then 3 more that are probably part of groups here or here, I guess. And then green, I know we had already kind of figured out. So there's 1 more here. There's at least 1 more there. There's at least 1 more here. Oh, I guess that, I do know that. This needs to be a 1 green. Ooh, and I know more. Okay, so hold on. This needs to be a 1 green. This can't be anything except a 3 green. Because if it was a gray, it It would have to be a 4, which can't be. Can't be a yellow because there's already yellows there. Can't be a brown because we already know where all the browns go. So yeah, so this is a 3 green. Cool. So that's 2 of them. So that means green is done. I mean, I don't know exactly where this one goes, but that 1 green is a one-off. There's no more greens, which means, yeah, so it looks like this green is going this way 1, and then the gray fills in everything else, kind of like I suspected. Now, there's a lot of information, but can I get where the big points are is the bigger question. So brown's done. Yellow. What did yellow have left? Yellow's going to have 1 over here, which is going to... No, wait, that's a green one. So yellow's got to be here then with... Oh, wait, that can't be right. Did I mess something up? Never mind, this isn't a green 3. No, wait, where's the yellow 3 going? I have to go there. But then that's, man, I don't know what I did. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I just checked this, and this is a 3. I don't know if that was a good guess or a bad guess. Jeez, man. Yeah, sorry, this is a tough one to, like, talk through and also record at the same time. Okay. But at least that means that, like... deductions are possible, so that's got to be a 2 yellow. Again, I think that means that was that a good guess or was that a bad guess? Did I actually get more points than I thought I did? I don't know. All right, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. We'll hope that that's my only error on the board right now and move on from there. All right. I'm still trying to figure out where the 4 is here. See if I can follow my logic for a second. I think these have to be yellows because I think that's like the only color that's unaccounted for that could fit down here. If that's the case, this would have to be a yellow 2, because there's a 2 there. And there's also a yellow 3 would have to be here. So if that's 2, 3, that's the gray 4. That's what I'm going to stake my guess upon. Let's send somebody kind of like far-flung over to here. I mean, the nice thing is if it's a gray, I know, yep, okay, cool. So, I mean, I'll have to guess 4 in a second, but I know it is for absolute certainty. Okay, and then this guy's going to get what should be the yellow 3, but I'll double check that. All right, so that was a gray for me, which is 2 points. But then they got a yellow, which is only 1, but then 3 more. But then, yeah, I can just say that's a 4. I don't have to... Well, you know, I should look, though, because maybe I messed something up. But okay, good, yes. It was a 4. Again, that might have been my only error, hopefully. Which side of the score is, although I feel like my win is so invalid at this point, because I'm not even sure what the heck is going on. I mean, if I win. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Mike. Okay, so that's a 2 that I know I can get to, which would be an offering. Are there going to be any more 5s on the board? I don't think that's possible. No, I mean, every big group that's left already has its 5. So 3 is the highest next number I can get. Where is there still a 3? There's a 3 over here. And yeah, if that's a random yellow. So are all the yellows accounted for? There's 1 over here. There's 1 down here. There's 1 left. So there's probably like a yellow 2 right there. No, there's a 2 there. So is there another random yellow 1, or am I just missing something? There's a random yellow 1 here. Does that make sense? I'm not even sure. Okay, let's get rid of these for a second because I'm not even sure what those are representing anymore. Okay. All right, there's a 2 and a 3 here, and I think that was the brown 3. Yeah, and that has to be the brown 2. Okay, so let's send somebody that way to get that. And I verified it is brown, and the brown meeple is going to what I think is a green red, or sorry, a 3 green. First, though, I'm getting a single victory point. And yeah, is it yep, green 3. Okay, so that's 5 for them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. All right, let's go ahead and get my own 3, or just verify it. That's 3 victory points and a second offering token. All right, yeah, we're really getting down to it. The big thing is, where's the 4 in this group? Still don't know if there's any way for me to figure that out. Okay, so the very last brown is here. There's a gray here. There's 4 grays somewhere in there. And this has got to be a green. And there's 1 somewhere over here. And there's 1 there. Actually, before I go 4 hunting, I think this has got to be a 2 yellow. And yellow's going to get me a little bit more points for terrain. So let's move this guy down here. And yeah, it is a yellow. And I mean, it's got to be a 2. So let's just check. Yep, so I'll guess that technically in a second. Oh, and it's green, so I get to pick. This should be interesting. So I can kind of control exactly where they go. Let's go and get my 2 points first, and then try to find the worst move for them. All right, so it's going up. So would it be the one green? Green would not get them any extra bonus points for terrain, and the 1 seems good, although I need to get a 1 if I want to try to get like max points again. Well, it's only 3 more points. Maybe like letting them get the 1 is still the better move. Yeah. Yeah, let's send their yellow guy here and give them the minimum. Yep, okay, green 1. So minimum points for them. It's only 2 points they earned. And then I'll go and say that's the 2 that I know it is. Okay. So that's 2 points for me, but also a third offering. Good. All right, and we're an end game. Okay, so that's a yellow. And there's 1 random yellow that can't be there. What can be there? The green 1, isn't it? Right? Like it's got to be. And the last yellow can't be next to this yellow, right? Because, yeah, that's got to be a brown, and that couldn't be a 2 yellow. So it's got to be like another random 1 yellow just messing up everything in here. Yeah, because there are no extra terrain. So that's a 1 yellow, which wouldn't give me any extra points, but the 1 would be the most I could trade in for an offering. So sure, let's go and do that. Okay, so I'll go here to Sunhawk Land, and it should be a yellow. Oh, not a yellow, a green. Yeah, sorry, it's the 1 green is what I'm trying to say. So green gets me a single point. That's okay. And then okay, there yellow meeple's going right. Oh man, please don't be the 4. Yeah, I mean I'm still not sure what that's going to be. That might be the green one, or that. Oh, it has to be the green one, doesn't it? Yeah, so that's good. Okay, that worked out really well. Yeah. Okay. Oh, mountain 1. Mountain 1. Huh? Oh, I put down the wrong thing, didn't I? Yeah, that was supposed to be a green. Gosh darn it, Mike. We're to speak. Just keep things kind of organized. I found a yellow thing for it. Okay, so there we go. And what were they getting? They were getting a mountain 1. So boop, boop, which locks me out of that area more than I would like. 3 points for them. Okay. And then I'll guess that that's a 1, which we know it has to be because there's nothing else it could be. Which gets me that offering. And then I'm going to trade these in for 6 points. That's 7 points total. 1, 2. All right. I mean, we're getting down to it. Yellow 2. Here, I'll kind of just want to help myself figure out these last few things. Yellow 2, random yellow, somewhere over here. Random yellow 1 is what it's going to be. Okay, so that's like yellow 2. That up there is the final 2 brown, right? That's a 2 gray. Okay. The green's finished. So that's got to be a gray, right? And what number? 1, 2, 3, 5. Is that the 4? Is that the 4? I think it is. I'm gonna stop and grab it. Well, hold on. Okay. So if that's the gray 4, okay, then what do we got left? I got some random greens here. Why do I have 2 greens left? Wait a second. How do I have 2 greens? Did I give my? Oh, I think I forgot to take away a green when I added the one that had like the correct color for the mist move. Okay, so that's going to be a 1 green, and that's got to be the 4. So what's the 1 yellow and what's the 2 and the 3? The 3 couldn't be here. I don't know if there's a way for me to know for sure, but okay, whatever. Key thing is I'm going here. It should be a gray. It is. We'll find out if it's the 4 in a second. Oh, and that's good. I do get a double point for that. And here we're going to use the one I was pretending was it. Brown's going to the right, which takes them right to here. Okay, cool. Let's find out what that is. Guessing like what? I don't know. Gray 3? Oh, it's a gray 3. Okay. So there's that. That gets them 2 for that, plus 3. Then I'm going to say the one I'm on is the 4. And yep, just checked. It is awesome sauce. So that puts me pretty far ahead. Okay. So what other values can I get? There's just like 1s and 2s left, it looks like, right? So in terms of offering points, I just want to get a 2 and a 1, trade them in for 3 points, and like that's kind of where we're going to end it. So I got some guaranteed 2s. Does anything get me more style points here? Brown and gray are both going to give me 1 point regardless, so I guess I don't really care too much. And yellow would get me 2 points. So we'll go there, because that's going to go bloop and doop. And there we go. All right, cool. So blue's going right, which means they're getting the green 1. That's cool. And yeah, just verifying. Yep. And that is, again, a measly 2 points for them. And I'll go say that's the 2, because what else could it be? So that's 2 more points for me and a second offering. And I just want to get a 1. Oh, crud. Oh, okay. Wait, if that's the green 1, that's got to be the yellow 1. That's got to be the gray 2. So, I don't know if there's any way for me to get to the 1 for a better offering. Yeah. I guess the best I can do is like go there and then hope they don't go there and then like send somebody else. Yeah, okay, so let's do that. So I'll send this person here, or what the hey, we'll bring this person, or this guy. He's been kind of trapped. Yep, so that's a gray, and we'll just verify it should be the 2. Yep, so let's go in there. And white going down. Let's see if we got lucky like we wanted to. So, yep, they got that gray 2. All right, gray for them, so that's 4 points total. But then I'll guess the 2 that I'm on. Boop. And then the big thing. Wait, nobody got that yet, did they? Why is that here? No. I wanted to go there. Okay, so now I'm going to go here and get the yellow. Just 1 point for me. Oh, wait, I forgot. Ah, darn it. Yeah, so you don't get to make a final guess whenever the last tile is filled. The game immediately ends. So yeah, white's going to just jaunt around for a while. Boop, until he gets there, which, what is that? That should be a brown, which is going to get them 3 more points. But yeah, I don't even think I get to make offerings with the things I had. So there you go, a flawed game where I definitely cheated a bunch. I won by 6 points, won, quote unquote, but I got to parts of the board and I think might have, I forget if I lost or gained points for the thing I did incorrectly in that one spot. But that is Tiwanaku, the solo mode. Again, there's a cooperative and a competitive mode. I haven't played the co-op yet, so once I do, I'll do a review for this one. But hopefully, besides watching Mike go insane trying to do logical deductions and making mistakes, hopefully that was kind of fun. Hopefully that showed you if you might like the game or not. But thanks for watching, everybody. Good gaming, and I'll see you at the next stop.